Welcome into episode 25 of the Just Some Dudes Gaming Podcast. I'm Jake.
I'm Skylar.
Today we're going to be talking about the games we've been playing over the past several months. But before we get into that, a bit of housekeeping for you. We upload gameplay videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. This week our videos look like this. On Monday, you're getting episode 4 of 007 First Light. On Wednesday, episode 1 of Gears of War 3. And on Friday, the finale of Directive 8020. This podcast is on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Just search up Just Some Dudes Gaming Podcast. Follow us and rate us on those platforms. It helps get the show out to more people. Join our Discord server where you can hang out and talk about games, movies, and whatever you want. There's also a place to keep up with everything going on with Just Some Dudes. If you have any interest in movies, we also have a podcast called Run It Back where you can go, or where we go through different movie franchises and review, recap, and rank each movie in the franchise. Currently, we're going through the Marvel Cinematic Universe, leading into Avengers Doomsday. This week's episode is Captain America, the Winter Soldier. The second one. All links to our socials, podcast, and Discord server in the Linktree link below. All right, topic of the show. What we've been playing. We did this earlier in the year, and we're doing it again. So this is now from basically April to June. So the past 3 months. So yeah. You want me to start us off or you want to start us off?
You can go ahead.
Yeah. I got some good ones. I'll go for one that's more pertinent. It's more in the topic right now. But I played the demo for Onimusha, Way of the Sword. Let me tell you.
Pretty good.
I know I tell you to do this for a lot of games to download the demo and try it out. But seriously, download the demo and try this one out.
Okay.
Because I've never played an Onimusha game before. So I don't really know how the old ones play. I would imagine it's just more like Devil May Cry, but without the score multiplier and stuff like that. This is dipping its toes into the Souls-like type of stuff. And I know that that's a turnoff for somebody like you, but it's a thing of it still feels more action focused than it does like pure difficulty.
Mm-hmm.
And there is I forget the names that they call it, but there is like the normal difficulty that's like for people who are more familiar with action games and all that jazz. But then there also is like a story difficulty that I would imagine maybe they deal less damage, you can take more damage, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it was like a 30-minute demo. You go through this area, then of course at the end you have a boss fight and stuff. But it was really cool.
Pretty nice. All right.
Having the gauntlet, when you kill people, you hold down L2, I think, and you suck in the orbs. And there's a red orb that's your soul's currency, and there's a blue orb that fills up your abilities or whatever. Then there are yellow orbs that heal you, and then it has the typical thing of you push up on the D-pad or something, and then that gives you heals. You have whatever item it is. But it was really cool, and it was I was interested in this game just in the sense that I like these types of games and stuff like that. But after playing this, I was like, oh shit, this kind of shot up to the list of especially the only unfortunate thing about this game is that it's in that September fuckfest
with
at the
all
end of the
other games.
And so it's oh shit, I kind of wish you could either everybody else leave or you move up a little bit. Because that's around Control Resonant and Silent Hill Townfall and stuff. It's oh shit. It's too much. but yeah, you should definitely check out the demo and see what you think, because like I said, they're dipping their toes into the Souls like, because you have like your quote unquote bonfire, but like even the game I don't think does like you have this currency, but I don't really know what you're using it for, because it doesn't seem like you're doing the normal leveling up and stuff like that of like, all right, I'm at the bonfire now, let's put this many points into vitality and then this much into dexterity and stuff. Like
Yeah.
there was nothing like that, so I don't really know what the currency is for. Maybe for just like buying more weapons and
Yeah,
stuff
probably.
like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But yeah, but it's very nice. It's very nice. Looking forward to the full game.
All right. No,
And this
yeah.
was just another fucking Capcom just continuing to
To dominate.
just like Jesus Christ. Like
Yeah.
chill out.
No, don't chill out.
Yeah, you're right.
Keep pushing them out, man.
As long as you can keep the quality up.
Yes, yeah. Exactly.
Once we start dipping, it's like, hey, whoa, hold on.
Mm.
Hit
Well,
me with yours.
okay. Well, I recently just played, shoot, what's it called? I think it's Bramble. Yeah, Bramble the Mountain King.
It looks scary.
And it kind of was, but it plays like Limbo or Inside, little side scroller adventure. But it starts off, pretty normal. It's like, oh, avoid the giant troll that kidnapped your sister, because if he finds you, he doesn't put you in the bag, because he just grabs your sister, puts her in a bag, walks off. Now
You only get one.
yeah, he catches you and he like crushes you in his hand or
Yeah.
stomps on you.
There's something about you.
Yeah, he's like, you're a boy. But
oh, we figured it out.
yeah. But it's like after that part, the game gets really dark. And I mean, like, it covers very dark story, like subplots and stuff like that. Like, there's a whole village that gets infected by some weird, I guess, plant or something. I don't know for sure. It turns them into zombies. They catch you, they rip you apart. There's notes laying around with, fucked up shit. There's another side part where a witch has a baby with her.
I knew there was a witch.
Yep. And you're chasing her in a sense, and you're trying to get to her before she sacrifices the baby. You hear the baby die, kind of thing. You do not succeed. And she kills herself.
Yeah, just looking at the cover image, I'm like, this just strikes me of all those. There was like that block of time where there were just like 20 movies that came out that were all the same.
Yeah.
There was that Anya Taylor-Joy, the witch movie or whatever, and it's just like pilgrims in a village,
yeah.
and now the witch curse comes in and stuff. And just looking at the image, I'm like, that's what we're doing.
Mhm.
I can fucking tell.
Yeah, it has like really, really dark moments, but also cool moments. There's the Pied Piper giant, and he like plays a little flute. It gets your character to like, you can't control him, and he goes to the lake where he's at, and he notices you, and he's in the background playing, and then all of a sudden he just stops, goes into the water while you're jumping on these giant lily pads, and it starts chasing you. Cool moments, cool chases. It has some boss fights that are a little annoying, but all in all, it was a solid game. I liked it. But I liked it more than Darwin. I'll say that.
Oh,
yeah.
well, then just get right into it.
Into Darwin?
Yeah.
Darwin was cool, except too much stealth. I don't know. There was just something about it that was really annoying. Whenever it came to that part, it had difficult sections, kind of like how Celeste has its little moments. And if you die, it puts you all the way back to the beginning of that room, and you have to do it all over again. That was frustrating, but it's okay. It's whatever. But I don't like sneaking around. I'm not much of a stealth game person, and Darwin is like major stealth in a lot of sections, at least.
So I played the demo of this earlier in the year, and the demo is the Metal Gear inspired level where you're going through the base, and then you're in the sewers and you're going through and all that jazz. And then there's all the like, oh, that's from Metal Gear Solid 4 and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And something I was wondering with the game, does it continue to like, this is a level inspired by this? Or was Metal Gear just like the one instance?
It might have. I just didn't notice.
Because I was kind of thinking like maybe Konami, because like this is Konami and maybe they were just going like, here's a Castlevania level and here's a Silent Hill level. And
that's very possible. And I just didn't pick up on the references. I did get the Metal Gear skin. Got the outfit.
Because you get the fucking the comms. It's like Mr. Octopus, what are you doing? It's like "Brr, brr, 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 brr."
Oh no, I didn't see that.
You saw it in a cutscene. The little, I'm blanking on what it's called, but where you have
it's in their head
communication. Yeah. I've completely blanked on
I
what
don't
that's
remember
called.
seeing that.
What? Way to pay attention. The literal moment.
I'm pretty sure I would have remembered that.
Nope.
I don't remember seeing that though.
Nope.
Huh. But the ending to it, terrible. Terrible.
Like it, just like the story, or just like what you're doing.
He like gets into a spaceship and then flies off, and then it like follows him up into the air, and he blasts off like Team Rocket does in Pokemon, and then it's like the end. I'm like,
mark?
No.
Oh.
So I don't know if maybe there's more to it if you get all the collectibles or whatever.
There'll be a second game.
I mean, it was kind of alluding to that.
Darwin's Space Odyssey.
It's just kind of dumb. It just abruptly ended.
Yeah, it was one I wanted to jump into, but then it just passed me by because I liked the demo. And
it's something that you would enjoy for sure. A lot more than I did.
And I know that you're like, oh, I don't like the stealth aspects and stuff, but it's more of a puzzle of you're trying to like, okay, this person's walking at this point and they're not in sync, but you kind of just have to wait until the right moment comes to where they're not in sync, but when this guy goes this way and this guy goes this way, there's at least a little bit of like, on the third go around, there's enough of a window for me to go through and stuff like that. And like when you're in the sewers and you're there's like the turrets underwater and you have to hold on to the crate or whatever and like float up, and you're having to keep like, okay, you're on the left side and you're floating up, and then you got to go to the right side and then you float. I like that.
That isn't bad. It's mainly just like the enemies that are walking around, you got to go past them kind of thing. I don't like sections like that.
Sounds like you just suck.
It just slows the game down a whole lot for me. And it's just like, great, another fucking room with patrolling guards. Awesome.
Oh boy. But yeah, maybe I'll jump into it at some point.
Yeah.
My next one. This was a cool one. Vampire Crawlers. And then it has like 5,000 other words in the title, but Vampire Crawlers. This is the Vampire Survivors people, but they made a like hard combat type of thing. So it's like you're in the levels from Vampire Survivors. You have the enemies that were in Vampire Survivors, and then your cards are the abilities and stuff that you had in Vampire Survivors. And Vampire Survivors, if you've ever seen it, if you ever looked at gameplay, you're probably thinking like, what the fuck is this? Like, what am I looking at? Because literally the only control in the game is left stick and you're just moving around. It's auto shooting stuff and whatnot.
Oh, okay. And, yeah, you told me about that.
Yeah, and then like I guess the other only button that you're pressing is A or X or whatever to confirm your upgrade that you want, because you'll level up and then it gives you 3 options for what you want to do. And then there's all this like meta game stuff of like, if you have this item and this item, you can then later evolve them and then it becomes a much better item and stuff like that. And so they took all of that and put it into this card combat type of what I kind of imagine is like Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories.
Oh, okay.
And stuff. And when the game was announced, I remember being like, "Oh, it's," because I thought it was like first person Vampire Survivors. So just like it's Vampire Survivors, but you're just getting like a different angle of it. It was
Mhm.
like, hey, whatever gets me more Vampire Survivors, I'll fucking take it.
Yeah.
But then it was like the card combat stuff. I was like, ooh, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
It's like that's a little rough. Uh, but the game came out. It was like I don't know, like $5 or $10. So I was like, all right, whatever. Or maybe you know what? No, I tried it on Game Pass first. It was on Game Pass, so I downloaded it and tried it out and played for about like I don't know, like 5 hours. And I was like, you know what? This is pretty cool. So then I got it on PlayStation, and yeah, it was like $5, $10. And when I went to PlayStation, I realized, oh, I haven't been playing the game right because all the tutorial stuff just over my head and everything. So restarting the game, going through the tutorial section again, I'm seeing like because there was always like you would put down a card and then sometimes the next card that you put down would be powered up and stuff. And I'm like, is it just like completely random and stuff like that? But starting over on PlayStation and seeing the tutorial, it's like each card has a number associated to it, and it's like how much like mana points you're using or like whatever. You start off with like 5 points.
Mhm.
So you have like, this card cost one to use and this card costs three to use and stuff like that. And I always just thought, that's just all it was. Like this takes three to use, this takes two to use, this takes five to use, this takes six to use. So you need to figure out how to level up how much mana points you have and stuff like that. But then realized that if you go in order of the numbers, that they then stack up on each other. So if you put down a zero card, and then you put down a one card, that one card would maybe have like double the effect or something like that. And then you put down a two card in that same combo, then that's like even more of a ability and stuff like that. And so then I was like, oh shit, I've been playing this game completely wrong. And like at that point, it clicked in my head, dude, this game was fucking awesome. Like I was like,
Got you hooked.
I put in like 40 hours,
Holy shit.
platinum the game. Like, dude, it was something that I was so surprised that because Vampire Survivors did the exact same thing of like, in a 2 week period, I put in like 50 hours or something like that. Because each, the objective of each level is you're trying to survive 30 minutes. So, and then there's ways towards the end that you can like cut that time in half and stuff like that. But, um, you're striving to get 30 minutes to survive 30 minutes. So
Mhm.
just those runs can take some time and whatnot. But with vampire crawlers, you're on like a grid and you're just moving like one space at a time, and then you'll run into an enemy and then you got to fight them and stuff like that.
Mhm.
But yeah, but I was like, for a game that I looked at when it got announced and was like, ooh, I don't know about this. And like, how are they gonna be like, are they gonna be able to keep all the stuff from Vampire Survivors that made it so addicting and stuff like that? I don't know how the fuck they did it, but they did it.
They know what they're doing,
And it
man.
was it was
Yeah.
fucking awesome. And to the point to where I was like, maybe whenever I do this Kingdom Hearts replay, maybe this time I'll actually play Chain
Chain
of
of memories.
Memories. Because I don't know if it's exactly the same, but I just know that there's like card combat and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so, like, maybe now that I've, like dipped my toe into card combat and stuff, maybe now it won't just, when I get to Chain of Memories, it'll just be like, what the fuck am I doing? And, stuff like that. But yeah, Vampire Crawlers was fucking incredible. Looking
Nice.
forward to their next thing.
Hell yeah.
Hit me.
All right. Another game I tried out. Where's it at? Ah, it's called Space for the Unbound.
Where are you even seeing that?
It's right there.
Oh, next to Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
No words on that?
Yes, it's just like really light.
Holy shit. That just looks like a picture. All right, what is this game?
So this game, it's mainly like very story driven. It's supposed to be more of a like emotional thing, cover some darker topic kind of things. But it starts off, you're this high schooler and you and this other girl go and hang out and stuff like that. She writes books and stories.
Ooh.
She's just a friend. she's a bit younger than you, so she's just a friend.
Oh, okay, yeah. Good save.
But
Jake from Just Some Dudes. It's like, no.
Cancel.
Oh.
But so it starts off with you two hanging out, whatever. You go get something from her house and stuff, and then you go back to the hangout. The hangout's by a river. She falls into the river while you're gone for some reason or another, of course. You go to try to help her. Your character falls in. Your character can't swim. And from this point, it's really convoluted. You wake up in a classroom after this.
Oh, fuck.
And that's where the story in the
Purgatory.
game. Yeah, maybe. But that's where it kind of goes off and stuff. And you're able to explore this little town. It's like a weird little, like it's, like little sections that you play through, I guess. Like you can go and explore the town in each section, but there's new things to go and find, new things to do.
Is this like an experience type of game? Like, is this like Edith Finch?
No, there's more gameplay.
Okay.
Because like you can fight people in it.
Oh.
It's not like actually like going and mashing square or whatever. It's very simple fighting. But there's like a lot of little mini things you can do in the game. It's pretty fun. Has a good story. It's a game I like to play whenever I'm drinking some beer.
All the time?
Yeah. Gets me into the story more. But again, wasn't bad. Ending wasn't bad. Had a good little twist to it. I would recommend it.
Twist.
And it's an easy platinum.
Now that you put it that way. What was it called again?
A Space for the Unbound.
Space for the Unbound. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
What is it like? Like, can you think of any like contemporaries? This game is like this.
I can't think of anything off the top of my head that it's like.
Because I'm just stuck on like you're just like exploring a city.
Yeah, like it's a little side scroller, and you're able to just kind of go through the town like that. Mm-hmm.
Well, I actually missed the game. Let me put that on there. Or was this last time? Can't remember.
What is it?
Replaced?
No, you didn't talk about that one yet. The one that you played on Xbox?
Yeah.
No, you didn't talk about it.
Oh. Well, all right. I was going to transition from your thing to a different thing, but since we're on the 2D side scroller, I'll just move on to Replaced. This is that 2D side scroller, cyberpunk, dystopia, future, all this jazz. Very Unwind.
Oh,
a lot of those elements of like different parts being transplanted to other people and stuff. I was like, oh shit. This game got better towards the end. This game is solely a 2D side scroller. So you get into these like chase sequences and you're just holding right and pressing A to jump. And The timing for stuff can be weird because there almost kind of feels like a delay from like you pressing jump to then the character actually jumping.
Mhm.
And if you like fuck up once, then they get you and then you have to start over again. And it's just like, fuck, man, I didn't see that fucking tree on the ground. Like, like
Yeah.
dude, fuck off. Um, but but something that does differentiate this from other games is the combat side of things. So you do have these sequences where you're being chased, but you're like being chased by like guns. So like you can't uh like fight them and stuff like that. So if you get caught, then you have to start over and
Yeah.
stuff. But most of the other combat interactions are you jump down from the ceiling, you enter a room or whatever, then there's like, I don't know, like 10 dudes there. And then it's just very Arkham combat style and
Uh-huh.
stuff of like punch, punch, block, and you get a you can like absorb gunshots, I think, or maybe you parry them. Because you'll have like
Really?
the like white line of like them aiming at you, and then like once it turns red, then they're about to shoot you, and then if you press whatever button it was, you then like parry or whatever, and you'll like deflect the bullet back to the
Oh,
person and stuff.
very Leon Kennedy.
Yeah, yeah. But and then there's and yeah, it's very Arkham of just like punch, punch, dodge, parry, you know, all this jazz. Uh, you get a gun at some point. That's pretty cool. It like charges up, but then once you do it, then you can, and it's like a one hit kill
Oh,
for
nice.
most people. Um, there's like some boss fights and stuff. Um, but yeah, it was something that the gameplay just wasn't hooking me for a while because it's like, okay, like I like the combat sections and I like when we're, even though I can get annoyed with like, oh, I didn't see that fucking tree. Uh, the, I can't even say that because sometimes those chase sequences are just like so mindless because you're just holding right and then jumping. And it's just like, okay.
Mhm.
Uh, so yeah, I guess I would just say the combat. uh, and the story is interesting enough from what I remember. Unfortunately, it's been a while, so I don't remember. Because yeah, I was starting to think like, did I talk about this last time? Of like, I can't remember when I played this. Um, but but yeah, but it's just like this dystopian. You're like your mind gets taken over by like this AI or whatever, and but it's like an AI that you created, but I think it's like the better AI because then there's like the evil AI that you're trying to stop and
Mhm.
stuff like that. Um, but yeah, but it was like 6 to 8 hours, something like it was pretty quick. So it was fun to probably took me like 3 sessions to get through and stuff. And and by the end, I wasn't as high as like a lot of other people are, but if they make a second one, I'll be there
Mhm.
because it was enjoyable enough to where it maybe a second game you'd get more into the kind of like rebellion side of things because for most of the game it's like, you know, you're getting introduced to the world, you're getting introduced to the concepts
Yeah.
of, you know, all this stuff, and everything is kind of a mystery, you know, and stuff like that. And so maybe a second game you'd get more into like, all right, it's time to fucking overthrow this government, you know, all this stuff.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, that was replaced
Okay. I actually do want to hop on or into it. So
on Xbox.
yeah, it's right there for me to try. So all right, that's it.
You
Okay. Uh, I'll talk about Star Wars. I've been playing some Star Wars Outlaws quite a bit.
just a
The
little.
okay, a lot. I really enjoyed it. It's the open world Star Wars game where you play as Kay Vess. You're a thief, smuggler kind of person, working with the gangsters of Star Wars. And I don't know, it got a lot of hate, I think, and not a whole lot of popularity whenever it first came out. And I can understand where people are coming from whenever it's like we're it's a little buggy, okay? Especially with the freaking speeder.
Those clips, man, that you were sending me. Like, dude, that speeder fucking hates you.
Because it's like, well, whenever you call it and it is driving over to you, like I'm used to Assassin's Creed where if I call my mount, I can run over to it while it's coming to me, hop onto it. But this speeder, man, once it's moving, it's going where you marked, and you can't get on it until it stops at where you marked. And so that's why it does that. Whenever I'm running to it, and then it just takes off away from me.
It's like, see ya, bitch.
Yes, you can't get on until it stops at that marker.
I'll meet you at your destination.
Yes. I really like, a lot of people don't like this aspect of things because I think Ubisoft developed this, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's like how Ubisoft normally does its open worlds where there's quite a bit to do. There's a bunch of stuff on the map sometimes. I don't mind that. I enjoy it. It gives me something to do. And
My biggest hang up with this game is that Massive made this game. The Division people.
oh yeah, well, it's good.
Fucking waste of time.
No, it's a good game.
Where is Division 3?
Fuck Division 3.
Or even just like
this
make
was
a
fun.
make a Division Star Wars game.
Yeah. You just like Destiny gameplay.
I like
you
Division.
like replaying missions over and over.
Division, you don't even have to do that.
That's how I remember.
Dude,
it.
they added in Division 2, they added like an endless tower type of thing. That was pretty fun. Like you just have like floors and floors of just like maybe like every 10 or 15 floors, the difficulty will like jump up. And so then it's like harder and harder the more you go up. It's pretty fucking fun.
Nice.
But yeah, that's my boycott for the game. Where is Division 3?
Well, hey, you like this developer so much, then you should support whatever they make.
No, fuck that.
That way they don't get shut down like Bluepoint.
Yeah, but Ubisoft is a fucking Wild West out there. They're just going to cancel whatever. Oh, you know this Prince of Persia remake that was rumored to come out like 2 days ago? Oh, it's canceled. It's like, oh shit.
Yeah, you don't ever know. But yeah, it's pretty cool. The space, like the flying around in space, isn't too bad either. It plays pretty smoothly.
This is the one where you're like you can get into your ship from the ground, fly into space, go to the next planet, and then fly down and land? Or is there a cutscene in between?
It mainly plays like a loading screen cutscene kind of thing. You don't really control the ship flying out of the planet.
Oh, maybe I'm just thinking of Starfield.
Probably. But even that is like a loading screen though, right?
I don't think so. I don't know. You keep talking. I'll figure it out.
But they try to make it seem very fluid and everything, like it flows together, but it's an obvious like loading cutscene kind of thing. But yeah, it's pretty fun. Has a reputation system for each of the factions of the gangsters. It's not really too bad or whatever.
Yeah, I'm just. And then it's been so long since I played Starfield. I'm like, I don't remember. Because I think these two games like came out very close to each other, and the marketing was going on around the same time, and so maybe I'm just conflating the two. Of like somebody kept talking about that you can get onto your ship and fly to space, and then you go to the next planet, and then you land the ship, and there's like no loading screens in between.
Was it No Man's Sky?
No, because that's old.
Okay,
I know that one, but I don't know. Maybe it was Starfield. Maybe they both said it and they both lied.
That's very possible. I wouldn't put it past anyone.
It's like, shit, we couldn't figure it out.
My bad, guys.
Ooh, better luck next time. Well, all right, I'll go on to how I was gonna transition from your Space Unbound or whatever.
Mm.
Because you said high schoolers. So I'm transitioning to another game about high schoolers. It was the talk of the town when it came out. A little game called Mixtape. I played it, and guess what? It was pretty good.
Mhm.
I think the conversation around it, I think, is just the stupidest conversation of just like, oh, you're watching a movie. And it's just like, Telltale, any of the Detroit Become Human, Heavy Rain, any
Yes.
of those. Uh, everybody loves Metal Gear Solid 4.
Yeah, and it's a
but,
movie.
but yeah, I mean, like, the game is literally nothing different than uh any of those. Like, the gameplay sections are so, like, yes, they're so minimal. You have like a section where you're like raking leaves and you're moving a couch
Mhm.
and stuff like that. And it's a game that I think unfortunately just got into the spotlight too much. So then you have like all these bigger people like, oh man, people have really been hyping up this Mixtape game. And so then
Yeah.
they play it and they're like, wait, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Because yeah, like this isn't, if you went into this expecting like superb gameplay and stuff like that, I don't think you know what this game is. But it was a game that uh it was fun when it came out because uh this came out like mid-May, I
Yeah,
think.
something like that.
And so for just like the time for this to come out, as the game is three teenagers who, I thought it was the night before graduation going into the game, but it's like they've just graduated,
Mhm.
but now it's their last night together before uh this character goes off somewhere else and you know stuff like that. So it's like the first, or it's the last night that these three friends will be together
Yeah.
uh with high school ending and stuff like that. And uh but it was fun with the timing of it coming out because uh we just hit our 10-year being out of high school and stuff. And so it is fun of just like, oh shit, like the stuff that they're doing in this game, like I never did, you know, tr- the whole point of the game is there's this party that's happening, this huge block party. And so you have to, you're going around trying to find beer,
Yeah.
like good beer to bring
Yes.
to the party. You can't just bring like, you know, normal ass beer. You got to bring the good stuff. And so like they're running from cops, they're, you know, skateboarding through the streets and you know stuff. Like I never did any of this stuff. Like listen, I was at home playing Call of Duty in
Yeah.
in my
Yeah.
bedroom the whole time. I would go to school, go to work at the daycare, go home and just play video games and then just repeat that cycle. Like I wasn't doing any of this stuff. So like I'm not going into this game and playing through this game being like, "Oh my god, like my high school years. Like, oh my god, like this is incredible. Like this is what
Yeah.
I experienced." But it is just this thing of like I viewed it more as like you don't know what tomorrow is going to be. And so you have these three teenagers that yeah, like they've been in this cycle for the past 12 years of elementary to middle school to high school and they met uh, in different ways throughout those years and stuff. But now it's like, well, now this structure is gone, and so now this person's going to go to New York, and this person he doesn't know what he's going to do, and this person's going to go to college over to this place, uh, and stuff like that, and then even on top of all this of it being 10 years since we graduated high school, I'm also at the very end of fucking finally finishing college.
Yeah.
Of and then it's you know it's this whole thing again of like you know I don't know, like once I finish the thesis and I get uh the degree and all this shit, like I don't know what tomorrow's gonna be. And like, I'm trying to make stuff like this work and stuff because it's like, and it's the same issues that these characters are going through of like I don't really have a passion for this thing that I'm pursuing, but like I have this other passion, but it's a it's a weird passion to like
Yeah,
try to
it's like a
build up
hobby.
and like
Yeah,
make a thing. Yeah. And so yeah, I thought it was a fun game. I think
it
if you
is.
went in expecting, whatever, then that was your mistake.
Mhm.
uh
I liked it whenever I jumped into it. I didn't finish it.
yeah.
I got maybe about halfway through, and it reminds me not of high school at all because I was doing the same thing, playing Call of Duty and whatnot. But it reminded
Hell
me
yeah.
of my college years more than anything. I didn't run from cops and shit, but I had a group, and we went out and did crazy, stupid shit all the time, and it was fun. And then
Are we
graduation came around,
are we
and
past the statute of limitations?
a little bit.
All right, what'd you do? No. We'll get you with something.
But no, yeah, it did kind of hit with that because now we're all separated, we're all doing our own things.
Yeah.
So
So yeah, it
yeah,
was the messaging I like
same.
of just like, yeah, like because then you even put in these characters are like they never specifically say when the game takes place, but it's in a like mid to late 90s, early 2000s
Yeah,
kind of era
something like
with
that.
like, the rental video store and the music,
Hmm.
and stuff like that. But but yeah, for me it wasn't like, oh, these characters like it reminds me of everything, but it
Yeah.
is just the message of like it's like, yeah, it doesn't fucking matter when you are in life. Like that next day after you finish this thing that you've been doing for forever, yeah, it's
It's
pretty nerve
it's
wracking.
done. Yeah,
It's
it's
like
like
holy shit. It's like fuck, I gotta find a job. Like, what am I gonna do for a job? Am I gonna
mhm,
like the job?
mhm.
All this stuff. Uh, so yeah, it was a fun experience.
Yes. Yeah, it's a good game.
All right.
Um uh I recently got into the Yoshi and the Mysterious Book,
Oh yeah.
and I was really afraid that it was going to be very kiddish, which I mean it is. It's a Nintendo game, but it's not like a straight up baby game either. Because what you do in it is like you find the mysterious book, whatever, and
Mr. E.
yes, and he wants you to look through like the pages of the book, and he's like, "Oh, look at this animal over here. I've never seen that before," kind of thing.
Hmm.
'Cause I think Bowser Jr. like fucks it up in there somehow, doing some weird
That
shit.
fucking asshole.
Yeah. And so you click on whatever it is. Like, for example, you start off with the flower. You go in and you just have to experiment around this level.
Hmm.
And you eat the flower, and then in the background, it like shows like, oh, so you can eat this flower and it turns into an egg. And then if you throw the egg at the flower, another flower, it's like, oh, whenever you throw the egg at this flower, this is what happens with the flower. Like it's that kind of thing. You're just discovering what these creatures do, what they do whenever you use your abilities on them. Give them certain fruits, and it gives you more stars. The more stars you get, the more pages you can unlock and continue through the game that way. Um, I like it. It's a very chill game. There's there's not anything that like kills you or anything. Like there's things that will like hit you and cause you to fall off a ledge or whatever. It's more of a puzzle game.
You should be like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, pretty much. But it's fun. It's not bad. It's enjoyable. Has some little difficult moments, but
So we're not on the level of Princess Peach Showtime.
no,
All right.
no. Like
Well,
I think it's something that you would enjoy playing.
you
Yeah,
don't say.
yeah.
um, cool. One that we have in common. Saros.
Mm.
Saros.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard people say it different ways and people correct people. I don't know.
It doesn't matter.
Saros.
Yeah.
uh, Housemarque's new game made Returnal, did a bunch of other of these like bullet hell arcade shooters and stuff like that. Uh, Returnal never really got into because I got to like the third or fourth boss and I died. Takes you all the way back to the beginning. I was like, fuck, man, I don't want to do this all over again.
Yeah.
And I know that you can take the shortcuts to the biomes that you got to and stuff like that, but it's still like you're jumping to that next section and they're giving you some stuff, but it's like not as good of stuff if you would just run through the
Yeah.
areas again and whatnot. So it's kind of this push and pull of uh like sure you're saving time, but you're not going to be as strong versus you could be stronger, but it's going to take more time and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was just one that unfortunately it was just like I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
I really like the game. I really like the gameplay and everything. So then Saros gets announced and they're talking about it and showing it off and stuff, and they talk a lot more of the permanent progression and stuff like that. I was like, I'm listening because for me it was looking a lot more like Hades to Hades 2, where like Hades, uh, from what I remember, is more of the rogue like, and then Hades 2 brings in a lot more permanent progression and stuff, making it a rogue light.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently there's a game called Rogue.
Yeah.
So now I know that okay, rogue like is the like once you die, you're like starting back from square one.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's like the Souls likes.
no, because you can level up.
I meant the naming.
No.
Not the gameplay.
No. Knock it off. Well, if we do that, then maybe Onimusha is a Souls light. How about that?
I could agree with that statement.
Wow. But yeah, jumping into this, it has the same really nice gameplay and gunplay of Returnal and everything. It's just whenever you die, you don't have to start from square one, and that was incredible.
Yeah.
You have a skill tree that that honestly you could like fucking blast through. Like like there are the stopping points of like, hey, you need to beat this boss before we let you keep going. But like getting to that point, it is like pretty easy.
Yeah.
Like it does just take like a couple of runs to like get enough credits and stuff like that. And then once you get past like the second boss, I think, is when you unlock the modifiers.
Yeah.
And so then there you have a gauge that lets you you can pick points that help you, but you can only go to like -3 or something like that of like I deal more damage or I get more of the currency from killing people. But then you can also put stuff that goes against you, like you take more damage, you gain more corruption from damage and stuff like that. And so it's like this nice balance if you want it and stuff like that. It's something that you could completely just not touch. But yeah, story, I didn't care about. I was like, whatever. This is a gameplay game for me. like I don't care. I want to get to the next boss and fight that guy for a couple hours. Beat the game, platinum the game.
Yeah,
What's
you
up?
did.
I'm the best.
Yeah, I'm still at that halfway point. I need to jump back into it. I'm at the architect boss.
That's you're on the pedestal and he's flying around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that I could use the shield on the yellow bullets.
Yeah.
And so that's what got me. Is whenever he just like shoots a shit ton of them out everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The blue refills your gauge, but the yellow, that's just so you don't get hurt. Yeah.
Unfortunate because I would have won, but whatever.
But then getting into the conversation of like, is this game too easy? It's a thing of it can be as easy or as hard as you want it. Because I was telling you this, that unfortunately I figured this out about once I had like 90% of the trophies and stuff. Uh, that there is an accessibility option
Mhm.
in the settings where you can, because like I said earlier with the modifiers, the lowest you can go is -3 to, and negative means that it's helping you. Um, but there's a setting in the um, accessibility options where you can turn off that limit, and so you can go as far as you want. You can, like, your only limit is you can only put 6 of the modifiers, but even there, you can, like, have level 3 of a modifier and, like, maybe it adds, like, -16, but it doesn't matter because you don't have the limit.
Yeah.
So, like, you can take as little damage as possible. You can essentially have, like, no corruption dealt to you. You can have all the currency drop. You can deal more damage, you could do all this stuff. Uh but then the game can also be as hard as you want
Yeah.
because there's a limit for the helping you. There's not a limit for the hurting you. If you want to put everything on there, they'll fucking let you. Again, your limit is the 6 slots. And maybe even going the other way, maybe there's not even 6 slots. Maybe you could just put everything
Everything.
down. Like, I want to take all the damage. I want to get all the corruption. I want to
Yeah.
like all this stuff. Uh so yeah, like it's a game. It could be however hard or as easy as you want, and I think that's perfect.
I
It's
agree.
gets more people in.
Yes, exactly. All these like purists whenever it comes to difficulty and stuff is just so strange to me. It doesn't make sense. I think it's like a weird superiority thing for them. But I think more games should be like how that is, where you can go in and just make the gameplay how you want it to be.
Let me tell you, deleted Twitter. I don't see these people anymore. It's
But
incredible.
yeah, keeps your mind clear.
I'm on I'm on Blue Sky. It's not the best because there's not a ton of people on like Charlie Intel. He's like a Call of Duty dude. He hasn't posted on Blue Sky in like 3 years or something.
Uh,
So the Call of Duty side of things, I'm kind of blind to on a lot of news. Uh, but but yeah, like I'll see stuff like every once in a while on the just like the Discover tab, and it's mainly like the politics side of things,
yeah,
like real world politics, and then I just scroll back over. I'm like, no,
yeah.
I don't want to, I don't
I
care.
don't want to see all this right now.
But all these video game opinions, I haven't seen them in a long time, and very nice. Of like what's come out kind of recently. I don't even know, but like I wouldn't see their opinions, so it's great. But yeah, Saros was really fun. I hope that uh like this took what, like 5 years.
Yeah, it was about 5 years since Returnal.
So maybe they can make another one shorter if they made a sequel. Because I think your biggest thing is Returnal to Saros. You're having to create
A whole new
all of
thing.
this other stuff and
Yeah.
whatnot. And I would imagine also kind of them leaning more into the story side of things and whatnot is something that they haven't really done before.
Hmm.
Like having cutscenes, and because like in Returnal you had the house and the astronaut and stuff like that. But from what I understand, that wasn't really a main focus. Like every
Yeah.
once in a while you'd get a cutscene and it's like, huh, it's weird.
Yeah. Didn't
And
make
then
any sense.
you just move on.
Yeah.
Start shooting people. Uh but yeah, Saros was really fun. I'm looking forward to their next endeavor.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
If they do more DLC, that'd be cool.
Hmm.
Co-op?
That would be awesome.
We'd actually be able to beat the game. uh anything else to say on Saros?
No, you pretty much covered it.
Sup?
Mhm.
You got anything else?
I did get Octopath Traveler 0 for the
Oh
Switch.
yeah.
Mhm. It's a pretty good game. It got a little dark so far, but it's fun. Good little turn-based game. The bosses, I can tell later on, are gonna be a handful. They have a shit ton of health. But yeah, it's pretty much like how I wouldn't say exactly like Dragon Quest 2D HD, but it reminds me of it a little bit.
Um, I have always wondered because I jumped into the Octopath 1
Mhm.
demo like fucking years ago, whenever that was.
Yeah.
That was like early Switch 1 days. Um, and the way the Octopath Traveler 1 worked was like there were like 8 characters and you would like for this run you would play as Jimmy and then you would replay the game again, but now you're playing as Sarah
Oh.
and and stuff like that. And I would assume by your reaction the games don't work like that anymore.
Not on 0, no.
Um, because I don't it's a thing of I don't remember exactly how it worked. Because like all these people do come together, but maybe it's just more of a like you play as you play Sarah's campaign to like know how she got to your group and stuff. Maybe it's how it worked.
Probably, yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure all 8 people joined together at some point. But yeah, but then this just continues. Square Enix and these HD 2D, all these things, just pumping that shit out too.
Dude, give us all the OG Final Fantasies like that. I would love it. That'd be awesome.
I would say maybe not, but I don't know. They keep pumping this shit out, so.
Mhm.
Uh, and then also Zero. There's like a town builder element to it.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Because did you know
It's
that this
supposed to be
game was
mobile.
actually, yeah, it was a
Mhm.
mobile game? As like the news had come out with Final Fantasy Resonance, where like Cloud showed up,
Yeah.
and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
uh, that's also it's like a similar but different story of this Final Fantasy game was a mobile game, and then it got moved to a full game.
Yeah.
But they've changed it up a bit. Like it sounds like Octopath Traveler, the mobile game, was like very much turned into a like it was literally just like let's just expand this a bit and then we'll make it a full game and stuff. Or it sounds like the Final Fantasy Resonance is like it was this thing, but now we're like really changing it to like make it this other thing.
Mhm.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting.
It is. Yeah.
And then that's all I knew about the game. This was, I think, Greg Miller from Kind of Funny, his number one game last year, Octopath Traveler 0.
Oh.
Like, he really fucked with it. So I just kind of remember bits and pieces from what he said about
Right.
the game. And I remember he said something about like a city builder or town management.
Yeah, it's mainly just rebuilding the town kind of thing.
Oh, it's
So,
like a mm, maybe like Assassin's Creed Shadows.
yeah. Yeah, where you're just kind of going in and you're upgrading
Yeah.
buildings, repairing them, whatever. Because it's not like you go through and you
Like now you have a blacksmith
mm,
and now you have a market.
like there are some buildings where you can pick and choose where to place them, but for the most part, like major places are in one designated area.
Nice.
Mhm.
Uh, how far in are you into that?
Not super far. It took a really long time to get through the prologue,
Yeah.
and I got a little bit past that to the town building, got some more people to go to the town with me, and then I put it down, haven't gotten back to it yet.
Yeah, it's a thing with these games and like, they always put demos out for these games and stuff. But then for me, it's just always like the demos are always like 2 to 3 hours. I'm like, oh fuck, because it's usually a prologue demo.
Yep.
Because like I downloaded the Adventures of Elliot demo,
Mm.
another Square Enix, one of these games. And I looked up how long the demo was, and it was like 3 to 4 hours. And I was like, oh, fuck, deleted it. I was like, I don't want to do this. It's like I'm interested, but I'm not that interested. Like to
Yeah.
play a demo and then just be like, oh, I don't like this. And then like that's 3 to 4 hours just gone.
Fair, yeah.
And then it's also the thing of like, I was 3 to 4 hours for the prologue. Like if I got the full game, I'm only 3 to 4 hours in
Yeah.
of the prologue.
See, I don't mind that for my Switch because I take it to work.
Yeah.
There's nothing to do in that town where I work at. So unless I go and drink, and I don't always, believe it or not, I don't always want to go do that after I get off of work. Stop looking at the camera.
Fucking liar.
And it's nice to have that and just chill and play through a little story.
Yeah. Yep. I want to jump into them at some point because it's like you got 3 in, so these must be pretty decent. All right. On to my big boy. It's an Assassin's Creed block. I delved into the backlog.
That scared the shit
Hey,
out of
Mr.
me.
Spider, do you have a game you want to talk about?
Spider-Man, duh.
Oh, fuck. 2018? Such a scaredy little girl. Did you even kill her or you just knock it off the wall? It's gone forever.
Yeah, it's gone. I don't see it. No, it's dead. I see it.
It's like, I just wanted to talk about games. Did you say Assassin's Creed?
No, he popped up.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed. Jake, he did the thing that he doesn't really ever do, but I do plan on doing it more. So I reached into that little thing called the backlog, and I played some old Resident Evil game, Assassin's Creed game. Resident Evil was last time.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed games. So I played Assassin's Creed 2, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, Assassin's Creed Revelations, and Assassin's Creed 3. I went through the whole fucking gauntlet.
What'd you like more?
Get there.
No?
Fill the fuck out.
Continue then.
I'm setting up.
I want to know, so keep talking.
I'm setting up the story. Some backstory. Assassin's Creed 3, that was my first Assassin's Creed game. Played the story just because I had gotten it, but it is a funny one of that I only got the game because y'all were all playing the multiplayer mode.
Yep.
Of like the one person's the assassin, find the assassin and stuff. And then, of course, I get the game, and then like 2 days later, everybody stops playing.
Yep.
And so then I'm like, all right, Skylar says he likes the story of the game, so let's just check it out. And so back then I remember liking it and stuff. And I know that 3 is a very controversial one and everything. But we'll get to that later. So but all the Ezio games, this is my first time delving into any of these. I know that people really fuck with Ezio. Never played them because I started with 3, skipped 4, played a little bit of Unity, played Syndicate, and then I've played all the rest except for Shadows.
Mm-hmm.
Got about 9 hours in, and then I was like, you know what? You just finished the game. We're not gonna do this on the channel anymore. But yeah, I didn't play Assassin's Creed 1 because as I know that people are like really low on that game and stuff. So I just watched a recap video and found out about Altair and all that jazz. And
Yeah.
even from the recap, I was like, I wouldn't have liked this game. Like the story just seemed like it was just, there are these 9 people, you need to go kill these 9 people. And so it's And like that is how all the other games are, but it feels like very like here are these 9 people, you just need to take out this checklist. Like the rest of the games, there's kind of a reason why you're going for the next person. Like you're kind of
Yeah.
going up the food chain
Yes.
type of thing, chain of command. So I just watched a recap of Assassin's Creed 1, got all the Desmond present day stuff and whatnot. So I was like, all right, cool. Jumped into Assassin's Creed 2. Uh, let me tell you, when the title comes up, when he like chases the person and then he's on top of the thing and
Oh,
the
yeah.
music kicks in, holy fuck. I was like, I'm in for a fucking ride.
It's a good game, yeah.
It's like, this is nice. It's the only unfortunate thing is that I've played so many Assassin's Creed games past this. So it's just like, the parkour is kind of very stiff. The combat is kind of whatever.
Mhm.
Uh, so it's kind of like, okay. But Ezio was fun. All the side characters were fun of, Leonardo da Vinci.
Mhm.
Uh, and the name always sounded familiar. And he was a real person, Machiavelli.
Yes.
Although I was like, that name sounds very familiar. It's like, I don't know if he's real though, but he is.
Turns out he is.
Uh, but yeah, but you're going through just meeting all these people. You got this dude they're trying to find because it's like everybody knows where the apple is, but you need to find the staff.
Yes.
Okay. Um, but yeah, like you're going through, and then you get to like the part in the game where you have like, Leonardo da Vinci, Machiavelli, the one dude with the sword, uh, uh, Uncle Mario, and all these people, and then like uh, the lady, like Katharina or something like that,
It's been a while.
and then it's
don't
like,
know.
oh, by the way, they're all assassins of the order and
Mhm.
everything, and it's like they're like giving you the fucking what's the word, the initiation, and they're like bringing you in. It's like, dude, what the fuck? It's like that's sick.
Mhm.
Um, Game was really good until the last the last sequence of the game, like the last chapter of the game. And this is what proves to me that I wouldn't have liked Assassin's Creed 1 because the last sequence of the game is basically what Assassin's Creed 1 was, where all right, you need to get to whatever the guy's name is, the main bad guy's name is, but he has these 9 lieutenants. So you have to go and kill the 9 lieutenants, and so you have like you can look in the DNA sequence and there's like 11 slots, but it's like this slot is Lieutenant 1, this slot is Lieutenant 2, and
Yep.
and then just the annoying part about it was that sometimes you could just run in and kill him and it doesn't matter who sees you. Other times you have to go undetected. There's no reason as to why you need to go undetected. It's just the game wants to make you pull your hair out. Um, and then you're like finally getting close to the dude once you like take all of them out. And then again, you got to go through it undetected, but you have to stay undetected for like 45 seconds in this very small courtyard area. And it's just like, dude, like this is fucking stupid. uh, but I finally got through all that and um, got to like the I don't know, the like first civilization, what they made, where you get the hologram lady and she's talking to Ezio for like 2 seconds, but then starts talking to Desmond.
Yeah.
And then like that was a cool thing of Ezio being like Desmond, like what the
Mhm.
fuck are you talking about and everything. Uh and I also I found it funny with all of these games that man, Ubisoft really love their cliffhangers. Like each game ended on like a what the fuck
Mhm.
moment type of thing.
They do.
Because like the hologram message ends and then Desmond is like, what the fuck? And then like credits. It's like holy shit. Um And then I'm just gonna save all the present day stuff for after the fact. We'll just keep to the past. Jumping into Brotherhood. Uh, Spoilers. Brotherhood, top of the list. Uh, this was a really fun one. Fun little trivia about it, that this was originally a DLC for Assassin's Creed 2. And learning about this makes a hell of a lot more sense as to why they did what they did with Mirage.
Mhm.
Because it sounds like the exact same situation of Mirage was supposed to be DLC for Valhalla, and then it was like, hey, this is getting a little too big, so let's just make it its own game. It worked last time with Brotherhood. Let's do it again. And it didn't work.
No, it didn't.
And the only reason it didn't work is because we went back to like Bassam's
Yes.
origins. It's like, no, I don't care about this.
Mhm.
Like, he showed up in present day. I want to see that.
Yes, I know.
You fucking
Which
idiots.
they still didn't touch on.
Nah, we gave up on all that. But yeah, Brotherhood opening up, and once we get back to Ezio, picking up where 2 left off, and you're like, your Uncle Mario shows up, and now you have to escape the whatever palace you're in, and everything is like, holy shit, this is nice. You can already feel that the parkour is better. You can already feel that the combat is better.
Yeah.
It's just like, holy shit, this is fucking nice. You get to, you finally escape and everything, and then you end up, or you go back to Mario's village, and then they get attacked, and it's like, holy shit, like what's happening? You get introduced to the main bad guy and everything, and then you end up going to Rome, and now you're introduced to, which I found hilarious with this, because this is like Assassin's Creed 2 had the like, you had uh Forenzia, and you had it, whatever, you had like different zones that you were like going through and stuff. There wasn't like a huge open world type of thing. And so I found it hilarious with Brotherhood, with Rome. It's like they have a line in the the thing when Machiavelli is showing Ezio around, and
Yeah.
Ezio's like, oh, like this is a pretty big place. Like, how are we supposed to get around? And it's like, oh, we'll give you a horse. And you know, and it's them being like, we have this massive open world. And I'm like, buddy, you don't fucking understand.
Yeah. Like back in the day, sure, maybe, but
And but yeah, just like little changes that they made with like, yeah, the parkour felt better, the combat felt better and stuff. Uh and yeah, it was a really fun game. Um Unfortunately now, like all these games just like combined together. So now I'm like, what happened in these games?
yeah,
I don't remember.
I don't know.
But because this is, no, that was Revelations. Never mind. But yeah, Brotherhood was really cool. Yeah, then moving on to Revelations. This was another fun trivia. Did you know that this game started off as a 3DS exclusive?
I'm kind of glad that didn't happen. Jeez.
I was looking this up at another time, and there were like a shit ton of like 3DS games from like these different companies and stuff. I was like, damn, Nintendo was like
They were trying to get it out there, yeah.
put in the fucking bag. So yeah, it was called Uncharted, or you'll understand why I said Uncharted. It was called Assassin's Creed: The Lost Legacy.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, and it was a 3DS exclusive. They had shown it off at like E3 2010 or something like that. And but then Brotherhood came out, and it was this huge success and everything. And Ubisoft was like, you know what? Fuck this exclusive thing. It's like, you're making a full game now.
Yeah.
So, and also just like hearing about it and like the turnaround, they announced Lost Legacy in 2010, E3 2010. Revelations came out in 2011. So and you know that they didn't flip the game until
Yeah.
later, until 2010. So like they essentially made Revelations in like 9 months.
Oh yeah.
And like of course they had like all these assets and everything like that, but still, I'm just like, dude, fucking 9 months. Holy shit.
Yeah, dude, they were getting it out.
Uh this was the weakest. I didn't really like Revelations. For the most part, all the story stuff just felt like, because I felt like the coolest part about it was just reliving the Altair memories and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And so like a lot of stuff until you get to like the last like 2 sequences just feels like, well, we need to figure out a way to get to the next Altair memory,
Mhm.
type of thing. And then you get to like the last 2 sequences and finally uh all the Ezio stuff that's happening is finally coming together, and it's kind of when the revolution stuff kind of starts happening. So I talked about that forever ago with like replaced. It's
Mhm.
like, oh, we finally get to this part and now the game is cool. Um but but and then other stuff with, there were things that they added in the game that I liked. Assassin's Creed 2, something that sucked about the game is following missions, not tailing, but like you're walking with your uncle and like he's talking to
Oh
you and you just
yeah.
need to walk with them. But
Yes.
Assassin's Creed 2, if you ran, you were too fast. But if you just walked, you were too slow. And even if you fast walked, you were too fast. And so it was like, okay, why is there this stupid disconnect? So you would like have to either trail a little bit and then just get up, or you'd have to be forward a bit and just wait for a
Yeah.
second. Brotherhood, they match the speed. So now their walking speed is your walking speed. So now you could just walk with them. But then in Revelations, game changer. This is when they added the uh if they're walking and you're walking next to them, then the game will just like glue you to them. And so then you're just walking with them,
Yeah, that's a lot
and
better.
you could just put the controller down. It's like,
Mhm.
oh, fucking thank God. Um but uh but yeah, it was just something of the first, like there's like 9 sequences or something. The first 7 are just kind of boring, and it's just a matter of getting to the next Altair memory, and all that was cool too, of him having the apple and having the other jabroni being all corrupt from it and
Yeah.
everything. And but like Altair just not fucking caring because he's like, I got the fucking apple, like what the hell are you gonna do? But uh and but yeah, and then moving on to Assassin's Creed 3, I'm back. Uh this was it was fun to go back to. uh I texted you when the moment happens when Hatham gets
Yes.
revealed and everything. Did not remember that at all. Like, and it was funny because I was even going through stuff. Uh, uh, Charles Lee, the way that his character looks, I'm like, man, this guy just looks like a fucking bad guy. Like, it's like the hair and the
Yeah.
mustache and all this stuff. And so like I'm thinking, uh, I'm like, is Charles like gonna um like backstab Hatham and and all this stuff? And then you gather the group of people, you get them, you spend like a sequence or two gathering all these people, and then yeah, it's I think we should let Charles into this. It's like, oh yeah, sure. And you're starting up the same kind of initiation words and stuff of the assassins and everything. And then he's like, you are now one of the Templars. I was
Mhm.
like, dude, what the fuck?
Yep.
It's like, that's fucking crazy. Oh my god,
It was a good story
that was
moment.
so that was such a cool reveal. Because yeah, like other than uh like other than me being like Charles Lee looks like a bad guy, like you're just kind of doing standard stuff. Like
Yeah.
you're going over a general and you're just, this general's a Templar, so we got to take him out. No, he was an assassin.
Yep.
um, but and then I looked up like what the criticisms were of 3, because I know 3 is very polarizing. Of either you love it or you hate it and stuff like that. And a lot of people, it was just the amount of time that it took to get the story started, pretty much, like especially with Connor. And like, and I understand it to a bit, because you are, it's almost a way of, like, it was their way of tutorializing the game, but it's just, yeah, at some points it does just kind of take a long time. Of like, you have Connor when he's pretty young, and then you get him like, now it's like 6 months later, and now he's just like a little bit older, but now we're going to teach you about hunting. And then we're going to skip another 6 months, and now he's just like a little bit older, but now we're going to teach you about, you know, like, it's just kind of this constant thing. And that was really my complaint with the game for a long time. And is we kept just doing these like 6 months later, 3 months later, and it's just like, holy fuck, like we gotta like we gotta
let's
stop
move this
this
along. Let's go.
of just like, because for the most part with the other games, the time skips happened from sequences. So like you'd finish sequence 1 and then sequence 2 would be like 5 years later. But then sequence 2 will take place in like, you know, like a 2-day period or whatever. And then you'll finish sequence 2 and now we're 3 years later, you know, and stuff like that. But with Assassin's Creed 3, you would like do a mission and then it cut to 6 months later, and it's just like you do 2 more missions and it's like 3 months later. This is like, Jesus Christ, dude. Like I get it. Like and then another complaint that people were having was that Connor feels too inserted in like all the revolutionary events that happen and stuff. And my only complaint with that is because we're doing the 6 months later, now 3 months later, is that there was a time for, like, honestly, probably like the first 3 quarters is like, we finally get to like, he's an assassin, so we're doing stuff. But now we're to the point in history, we got to do the Boston Tea Party. And then we got to do the, I don't know if it was the shot heard around the world, but like, the Battle of Lexington and Concord and stuff. And like, it's like, we need to hit these things that happen in the war and stuff. And this is also the first Assassin's Creed game that's very, you're in a era, like you're in a piece of history of like, you know, Assassin's Creed 2 and Brotherhood and all that. Like, yeah, you're in the Renaissance, but like you're in the Renaissance. So you're just meeting Da Vinci, you're meeting
just notable people throughout that time.
You're not in a, like, you know, I'm sure Unity, where you have like the French Revolution, like I'm sure that you're hitting pieces of the French Revolution, you know, and stuff like that. So this is the first time that they're doing that. And that was kind of the annoying part after a while. It's just like, okay, like I understand that we're in this era, so we have to, you know, hit these pieces and stuff. But it's just, I'm now on like hour 12 of 6 months later and 2 months later. It's just like, dude, can we just skip the like 12 years later and now he doesn't look like a fucking child and everything. But at the end of the day, I had fun with it. It was fun jumping back into it, and the sequence where it's Connor and Hatham have teamed up to take out one of the Templars, that was fun because of them just butting heads, and but also having this pool of like, you know, like, look, like you are my son and you are my dad, you know, type of thing. But it is like, we are just we are on two different sides of the same coin, you know, type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but and then Charles Lee just like he's a good bad guy.
He is.
He's just very much a dick.
Yes.
Is what it comes down to. Um, so yeah, all that was fun,
Mm-hmm.
and so getting into all the present day stuff. This is something that you know people really lack and give a hard time on and stuff. I liked it up until really Revelations. So Assassin's Creed 2, you're picking up where 1 leaves off, where you have I forget what they call it, but it's like the bleeding effect, where like Altair is doing this stuff, but you, Desmond, are also learning this stuff also. And you get that also with Ezio. But he does the eagle vision and he sees all the writing on the wall from the previous subject. He's like, oh, fuck, like, what the hell? And then you get to Assassin's Creed 2, then you got Lucy taking you to a secret facility and just kind of like on the run from Abstergo and stuff like that. Like that was fun. Uh, and also these games, they don't really pull you out that much.
No.
Like 2 Brotherhood and Revelations, they don't really pull you out that much. So I was still kind of in the like why do people complain about this so much? Because you then get to Brotherhood where you go to Mario's village in present day, which was cool because it's like, oh shit, like I was here in the past.
Yeah.
Um but but Brotherhood is when they add like you can leave the Animus whenever and you can like check your emails and shit like that. I'm like, uh-oh. Like this might be where the hate kind of starts and stuff, but they don't ever pull you out. So I'm like, okay, I guess that's all there's optional and stuff.
Yeah.
But Brotherhood is when we get introduced to all the gods or whatever from the first civilization and the world is going to end and all this stuff. And then that's where my interest just like just drops. I'm like, I really don't care about any of this. And you get to Revelations and you're in the like the between world of you've been in the Animus for too long, so it doesn't know Desmond from Ezio to Altair. So you're like in between the Animus and the real world. And um, you got Subject 16 in there. And I beat Revelations and everything, and I'm looking at the trophies just to see, you know, like could I pull this off? And then I'm seeing like story trophy, and then a lock trophy, and then story trophy, lock, story, lock, and I'm like, what are all these locked trophy? Like maybe are they like specific trophies for that mission? But then it's like uh present day subject 16 story and then like present day I'm like, oh, I missed like I was supposed to be coming out of the Animus and getting like a cutscene here or there with subject 16. So like all that I just completely missed. I don't know what happened. uh and yeah, then you get to 3 and then that's where we're really on just like the world's about to end and all this stuff, Juno and Minerva and all that. And I'm just like, dude, I don't fucking care. It's like this is so like it gets way too heady. And I was like, this is stupid. You get to the end where, yeah, like you find the 3 power sources and you're about to touch the apple or whatever, and then you have Juno and Minerva arguing, and it's like this is what happens if Juno takes over, and this is what happens to Minerva, and I'm just sitting there like, it's like I just don't care, man. I like the story better when it was just like this evil corporation and we're running from them, and because it was honestly just giving me vibes of like National Treasures and stuff like that, of just like the evil organization wants the historical artifact and it's like we can't allow that. And even as like shallow as that is, like that was more interesting to me than all this mythical stuff.
Well, I mean, it was going to eventually get to that point. They have to explain the apple and all that other stuff. So
Yeah, I just like them more as artifacts.
Yeah. So I don't know. I personally don't mind present day story. I liked it, and also the back in time thing. So I love Assassin's Creed though.
I mean, like the rest of the game was great.
Yeah.
It's just Revelations and AC3, those present day stuff. I was like, I don't care.
Yeah. Just didn't pique your interest.
We're getting to types of storylines that, like, no matter where we are, that's kind of losing my interest a bit. Because I know that we are explaining these artifacts, but it does just kind of get to a point to where, like, we're gonna destroy the world, and if you don't, like, we're on a cycle, you know, and all this stuff. I'm just like, okay, like, whatever. All right, that was my gigantic Assassin's Creed block. Hope you all enjoyed. You got anything else?
No.
I'll just say it super quick. Super Meat Boy 3D I jumped into. It was okay fun. The thing that I didn't like about it is that it's not full 3D in your movements. It's you have 8 axes, so you can go forward, right, down, left, or you can go up, right, down, right, all that jazz. So it just makes some movement kind of weird and stuff. I've never played the original Super Meat Boy, so I don't know how that is, but I don't know. 3D was a little fun. Marathon, I jumped into the free thing. Got jumped into the match with, like, the tutorial round where here's how you heal, here's how you loot stuff. And then I mainly wanted to play the PvE mode, but you had to be like level 3 or 4. So I jumped back into the game, do another run. They put me about where the tutorial section was, so I kind of knew where I was. I'm looting and everything. I'm also trying to do a contract. You had to get like 4 whatever types of items they were. And so I'm going back to extraction, and I kind of hear these footsteps, and I'm stopping and I'm listening. I'm like, because these don't sound like the robot's footsteps and stuff like that. But the footsteps stop, so I just keep going. I run into the extraction point, but I'm like, I'll stay around a little bit. Start moving a little bit. I hear the footsteps again. And I'm like, no, like those are footsteps. And then I finally see a dude like up on the bridge above me, kind of run past. And I'm like, oh, there's that fucking. So get behind him, kill him. Sup? I'm the best. I did feel bad though, because normally I switch crouch and melee for like Call of Duty and Fortnite and stuff like that. But with Marathon, I didn't do that. So I did feel bad because I downed the guy. And so I was wanting to punch him to fully kill him so I don't waste bullets and make sound and stuff like that. Did feel bad because I did tactical crouch on him. And he died. And I was like, oh, shit.
Damn.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. Looted him. I found the type of items that I needed, took those, extracted, got out of there. I was like level 4. I was like, hey, perfect. Jumped into the PvE mode. It wasn't what I was hoping it was going to be. It was basically still, it was maybe something, if I had been playing the game, that it would have hit more. But it was still like I was still going in there with nothing. I don't know any of these maps, you know, all this stuff. But then it also seemed like, because they were calling it like an experimental mode, so it also only seemed like this PvE mode was going to be in there for like the week. So I was like, no, thank you. So that was my experience with Marathon.
Oh, nice.
Unfortunately, your time to get me was last year with Arc Raiders, but you delayed the game. So this is your fault.
Yep, they lost you.
Now give me Destiny 3.
Maybe soon. Maybe soon. Unless they do another DLC.
No, they're done. You haven't heard about all this?
I did a little bit, yes.
Hopefully they'll be okay. Please. All right, those are the games we've been playing over the past several months. Comment down below what you've been playing or what you're playing right now.
Yeah, let us know.
Don't forget to check out our gameplay videos uploading this week of 007 First Light, Gears of War 3, and Directive 8020. And we'll see you all next week.
Bye.